Thank you. My name is Jim Ryan. I'm with the Intelligent Helmet. Intelligent Helmet was designed to really recognize the problem associated with concussion, not only for the victim itself or the participant, but the families and the loved ones who make decisions about whether they can have their children and others engaged in it. Obviously, the notoriety that the NFL has had and major college sports programs dealing with concussion has added to the need to find a solution. We believe that sports technology has found a solution. The technology involved in sports technologies is individual cells that have sensors, microprocessors, gas release valves that will mitigate and abate the severity of concussion. A concussion normally happens when the skull will hit the brain at a level in excess of 60 G-forces. Our scientific technology will release gas that will stop and abate and mitigate that over anything over 40 Gs. Therefore, there's a significant value in saving individuals from having experience of brain trauma, traumatic brain trauma, and concussion. The technology also provides the opportunity through that electronic system to provide real-time data to sidelines through Bluetooth, wireless, so an evaluation and diagnosis and prescription can be put on the sidelines and taken from a subjective level to a definitive level. Therefore, our coaches and doctors won't be pressured to put the boy or man or back in the game. As we did this, we also looked at opportunities to profile the individuals, and we'll have sensors involved in the helmet that look at the vital signs of the individuals. Baseline MRIs might be a prescription of having peak participation down the future. But vital signs such as blood pressure, EKG, alpha waves, all types of measurements of the individual, which can be used to assist over periods of time in their well-being and their health. As we were developing this situation for the abatement and safety and prevention to certain degrees of concussion inside a helmet, we came up with a mock. We've done significant 3.5 years of technical analysis and study, utilizing some of the best and brightest from around the world. Well, this is a mock-up. Each of these individual cells will probably be about the size of our one spark. A typical helmet will have 5 of these: front, middle, back, and sides, all impact areas. Though while they're independent, they will also talk to each other. While we were doing this, we also found an opportunity to say, how do we, as we're capturing this information, what resource and value can it have for additional types of research and discoveries? Well, as society looks for correlations between the brain and other illnesses such as Parkinson's, dementia, depression, we know that the big data gathering of active participation and their history would be of significant value as well. So in a business sense, we look at not only football, but lacrosse, hockey, and any other participatory sport, cycling, snow skiing, whatever. Beyond that, we also know that the military has a significant concussive problem. This technology will be an insert. We don't build helmets, we sell technology. We create technology. It'll go to emergency responders. It'll go to construction. It'll go to anyone who wears a helmet will want to be provided the safety and security that this technology will provide. This company was formed by a gentleman, Rick Johnson. And I think he could win a Nobel Prize. The benefit of him being a lifelong Jacksonville native is as we build out the prototype, which is patent pending, we'll have an opportunity to create, we think, thousands of jobs and opportunity.
Thank you very much. Sorry, your time is up. We got to stop you at the 5, but you do have time for questions, so we will turn it to our jurors. Questions?
So you mentioned it has applications in research, for instance, for dementia and Parkinson's, things like that. I was wondering if you had talked to any universities so far about collaborating potentially, or companies.
We've had conversations with multiple universities and associations until I get something signed by them. I mean, they all have shown, the leading university hospitals in the country have all reviewed the principles of which we've done, the scientific data we'll collect, and have shown a significant interest, including local leading national health institutions, universities as well, that want to have access to this data, and also assist us in producing writing the code and those types of things as well.
Excellent. Other questions for jurors? And if you could, jurors, just please speak up just a little bit. Thanks. Don't be afraid to hold that thing right up there. Thanks.
Sure. Yeah, this is potentially a huge project. I'm not sure if people in the audience necessarily realize quite how big the potential is of this thing. My question is, you're about to take on the professional sports industry or engage with it, one of the biggest fish in terms of business, and you're a startup right now. So how have you protected your intellectual property, and what kind of patents do you have on this stuff?
We have provisional patents that we've submitted over 2 years ago. They're in that process. We're doing the organizational work with the people who are associated with that patent. We have the operational agreements and all those things in place. We feel we're good to go. We really, before we progress to the foundry of the mechanics that go into engaging, particularly the MIMS valve, which is a centerpiece of a release of gas that allows the cushion to fully fill when required, that will allow that abatement to begin immediately at 40 Gs. So we believe we have things, of course, with investor outside money, those are open to be reviewed and improved if needed. We have 14 or 15 other patents that are pending surrounding that patent for additional work that we plan on doing going forward.
So one of the wonderful byproducts of this this part of OneSpark is that we have a chance to award $10,000, and unfortunately not, you know, the $5 million that you're looking to raise. What would the next 10,000 get you? I mean, in terms of scale, that's really nothing, you know, compared to the round that you're looking to raise. So where would that take you?
Well, having invested close to 450, 500,000 already, any assistance we have going forward would be good. But to directly answer your question, we're looking for the exposure, we're looking for the opportunity to meet with people. We have relationships that we've been asked to go to Fort Rucker with the military, discuss with all their service groups the potential that this has. I would say it's beyond working capital, but it's working capital. I think that when we get the exposure, and obviously the need is there, the solution we think we have, that we can come out of the woodwork, those investor properties that would say, you know what, we want to take on the bigger chunk, because as you mentioned, the greater value of the revenue of somebody who gets into this in an early stage will be significant. You know, you can't really suggest that 10,000 is the stepping stone to billions of dollars of revenues, billions of dollars of profits, millions, hundreds of thousands of jobs possibly. And it only reminds me of...
I'm sorry, I apologize to do that, but we've got to stick to our timeline. We've got to cut you right there because your time has expired. But how about a big round of applause for the Intelligent Helmet, creator number 20485.